to help make my battles and stuff easy. Like, obviously you get oil and stuff from cars. Oil doesn't go into too much. I used to get a lot of it and I used to sell it. But now that I know that I can use it for stuff, and obviously at the moment I'm mostly limited by fuel. Hey mate, get out of here. I don't think you're dead. There we go. Now you are. Alright, next cars. Like, next cars are a bit of a distance. I could get the closer ones, but we'll start over here. And yes, I am going to run with my gun out and stuff. I'm not worried about the bears. I know that they're here. Like, there's a bear right there. I'm more so worried about, honestly, the dogs, but I'm going to have to try to take this out. What the hell? It was one of the ones that are like half hurt so easy. I'm going to let you just eat that. I don't need it. It's going to distract the zombie for long enough for me to scrap this and maybe another car. There's definitely a few cars around here. Honestly, I really hate the static electricity. Yeah. I find static electricity is a little bit amusing, but like I have a really high density of it, usually during winter. So like when I used to repair computers and stuff, I used to have to make sure I was like properly grounded and stuff, because otherwise I'd kill computers with it, with like the electric shock that I get. I used to okay, when I was in high school, we had this type of cardigan you used to have to wear as part of our uniform, right? Mate, get out of there. Anywho, oh shit, there's a dog too. This particular cardigan, I must have got a good headshot with that. This particular cardigan was great, right? You used to be able to like charge up some like static electricity on it, and then if you got close enough to your friends, you could actually see the little like charged bolt like about to zap them, like the two connective bits and like the round like little coil sort of thing in the middle. And it was awesome. And of course, also at nighttime, I don't know if you know this, Waiver, but if you have a blanket that causes static electricity at nighttime and the lights are out and stuff, oh, here comes the dog. Just turn the lights off and have a look at like all the like little bits light up and stuff as you move your hand and feet and stuff around. It's really cool. Yeah, it's just one of those things that are like really cool that we can do. I don't know how the dogs keep seeing me from a mile, but the bears don't. Super cool. But do not like getting electric shock. Yeah. I'm really bad for it. So every time I get out of the car, out of Nick's car, because my car interior is leather, so I don't get shocked from it, which is nice. But Nick's is like a crushed velvet type stuff inside of his car, right? Like regular car seat stuff. And so every time I get out of his car and he goes to hand me keys to like unlock the house, almost every single time I zap him, and I zap him really, really bad to the point where it causes him to like drop the keys. And so now when I get out of the car, I have to put my hand on the top of the roof or on like the frame of the car before I put my other hand in to take the keys from him, or otherwise I will like zap him really, really badly. And sometimes it's really, really bad. Like I don't notice that I'm gonna do it that badly, and it hurts like hell. Like it hurts all the way up her arms, and I can't like do anything about it because it's just like a thing that I naturally have. Mate, die. Okay, it's getting dark, so I'm having trouble seeing any more cars in this area. I guess I'm getting near the city. There were cars back here. I have to have a look for them. But yeah, they'll be back towards like base direction. Yeah, I was once petting my cat and suddenly saw a light and it shocked me, as in, wow, how? Yeah, that's just static electricity. Like you can only see it with your eyes. Especially if like you're petting an animal or something. But yeah, it can be really cool the first few times you like see it, but whenever you're like in a dark room and you get like static electricity and stuff like that, it's really cool to like just see it getting cast across like a blanket or something. Especially since like it's bright, but it's more like watching stars flicker kind of thing in a properly dark room. Really nice. I know, just weird little things I enjoy as well. Because like I don't like getting zapped either. And like I said, because I tend to just naturally carry static electricity, like it hurts like shit for me. And it usually like zaps all the way up like the back of my arm and stuff, and it hurts really bad. I have to wonder as I get older if that's going to like stop happening as much, or if it's always going to happen. Because the other thing too is like the longer my hair is, the worse it is, generally speaking. If I've got like I don't know. I guess I also, with like a bit of short hair, I can get it as well, but just not as bad as like when I've got like really long hair, because then it connects with all of my shirt and stuff, or like a car seat, for instance, and it's really bad. But yeah, at the moment, it's funny, at the moment my hair's in like really nice condition. So, like, it's not so much my hair that's carrying the static electricity. I feel like it's just my clothing. But like, I always tend to wear like, what do you call it, like cottony fiber stuff if I can. I don't think it carries it as much as like the polyester type materials. Fuck off, Snake. I got time to deal with you. I got like maybe 2 more cars to scrap. Then I've got to try to punch some chrysanthemums and cotton on the way back. I got these 2 and then I got to get out of here. This is almost nighttime. I do not want to be on the ground outside at night. Especially not in here at night. Oh god, am I basically full up? I eat the shitty sandwich. I don't need the seeds. I don't need the seeds. Give me that. Fuck off, Snake. I don't really want to have to kill it, but I'm going to have to kill it. Alright. Swap over. No. Hit the thing. There we go. It's a quick question. Go for it. What's up? Don't know if I've got enough room to carry 1 more radiator or anything. I do. Sort of. Maybe. Talk about grinding yourself. How does that work? So generally, if you have, like, for instance, a rubber-soled shoe, or like you have, say, something that you can dispel the static charge on before coming into contact with whatever you want to actually touch, that can often help ground you. There's also like wrist straps and stuff like that you can connect. Like in the electronics field, there are wrist straps that you can connect to your wrist and to the device that you're working on so that you don't zap it. But you can also, like, even just having like rubbered gloves. Oops, bear. I don't know if I woke that one up. If you have rubber gloves or particularly like rubber sole shoes, you can normally ground yourself. So the way it kind of works is you kind of like discharge the electricity kind of through your feet, through the earth kind of thing is kind of how it works. But normally like rubber soled things don't take electricity kind of thing. So if you've got a static charge, it kind of negates it at your feet, or in the case of like gloves, which reminds me, I'm supposed to be punching bushes. Hold on. I don't think I've got enough room to be able to take stuff with me. Hold on. I could scrap that for the moment, and I don't really need potatoes. I don't have room to scrap it, but we'll scrap one. We'll scrap one just so we got the space for this. Because I got to punch some cotton and I've got to punch some chrysanthemum. Honestly, I'll try for cotton a little bit first. Let's see if we can... Okay, I can hold both. It's fine. But yeah, if you want to Google it, like Google's going to have a much more like comprehensive kind of like explanation of how to like properly ground yourself and stuff. Like, as always, it's one of those things where I'm trying to think through the process and I can only remember so much while I'm streaming, you know. I don't think I'm going to find much more. Oh no, here's some chrysanthemums. I could get myself some fucking paint. I know I don't need much, but if I get some of this and I get some water, the cotton, I want to be able to grow cotton. I actually want cotton seeds out of this. I know I've got a couple of zombies like slowly following me through this area, but this is fine. Now, I don't know how much paint this is going to let me have, but if it's got enough that I can see the inside of my building without seeing all the cracks and shit, that'd be fine. That'd be fine with me. Because I just need to make it that I can tell if I need to repair... Stop punching the thing! I need to tell if I can repair a wall or not. Or if I need to or not. Just Googled it and it made me more confused. You might do better with maybe looking up like a YouTube tutorial, maybe. Of just like... It would show you kind of like visuals then of like what they sort of mean. Because honestly, it is... like if you're seeing it for the first time, it's a little bit too technical kind of thing, but like once you've seen it, once you understand it, it's simple as pie. It's just like, it's, I don't know, it just makes sense. But I know it made more sense to me with like diagrams and shit. Where is my house? This way. I'm not that far away. I'm like around the corner, but it is almost nighttime. There it is. That's where I want to be. Oh, I have no stamina for jumping. Come on. I know there's a chicken running around. I don't want the chicken. I just want to get up to safety before it clicks over to nighttime. Just up here. Alright. But yeah, generally speaking, if you can ground yourself either by touching a metallic surface or a rubber surface and like dispelling the charge and stuff, it can make it a lot better to deal with static electricity. Okay, these scrap down for so much. Let's make so many of them. Now, I've still got more I want to put in here. And yeah, I don't usually store this shit in here, but this will do for the moment. I'm going to allow much extra space, but I've got to come back up in a little bit and fix that up. So I've got a few things I want to sell to Rekt as well. Like the brass knuckles. I want to sell to him. I want to sell more of the testosterone. I've got more engines. I could probably sell him some of these because, like, it's very unlikely that I'm going to need this many engines, honestly. I also need to sell him that as well. So, give me these, give me that. I should have a lot of polymers now. I should be able to make a lot of arrows, finally. This is honestly why I prefer asking people instead of asking Google. Because Google uses words that I don't understand and also talks in a way I don't understand. That's fair. I tend to find whenever I encounter a word I don't know, I know you just said you don't greatly like Googling, but usually when I encounter a word I don't know, I just Google it. So then I know what that word is, and then I slowly like learn what the whole thing is. But that's generally like what I do. In saying that, like, that doesn't work for everybody. And yeah, normally I find that like videos are a really good way to kind of like usually come across the information in a way where somebody's actively explaining it. Can usually be helpful. But again, it does depend on at what level they're trying to explain it. Like, you might be better off looking up like, I don't know, like school class kind of like explanation and stuff like that, where it will have like visuals and like explain it in less like super complex like terms and stuff like that. Because the thing is, like, I don't know how to explain it in an easier to understand kind of way, unfortunately. Like, I kind of understand how it works inside my head. I know how it works. But if I try to like put it into words, I'm not going to get it into words very well. And I'm generally like that with a lot of things. So usually when somebody asks me, I don't have a very good answer. Like, I don't have a simplified answer. I do have more polymers. Jesus. I thought I didn't have enough to make this. Hold on. What to make? I think I used up all my arrowheads, but that's fine. Recipes. Make more Molotovs. 5 more. I have to learn what electronics is. I have to learn what electronics is and what the word extraneous, whatever that is, it just frustrates me. So electronics is like electrical items, like your toaster, your oven, your phone, stuff like that. That's what electronics are. And then extraneous is like, depending on how they want to use it, it could be like, what do you call it? Like exerting stuff. Exerting would be like, I guess like doing a lot of activity. Like, to kind of backtrack, explain it, it's like I'm going to end up using a lot of like big words and then having to explain those big words. But, let me do a... My brain's not working on extraneous. Hold up. Let me see if I can get extraneous into something that's palatable. So it reckons it's irrelevant or unrelated, subject being dealt with. External of origin. Transmitter pack is turned off with no extraneous noise is heard. Extraneous is in like exterior sound, basically. Or external. Yeah, that's a really poor choice of words to explain that. Yeah, so basically it's using extraneous as a way of saying external sound or external input kind of thing. That's a really bad one. I can see how that one's fucking frustrating as. Leave my food where it is. I do have more arrowheads. I'm making more arrows because I believe during Blood Moon I'll just try to use arrows and I'll try to save my bullets as best I can. Like, I'm still going to use them, but if I can save them a bit. Now, I do need to make recipes, cotton seeds. I have got chrysanthemum seeds. I want to make paint, and I need water for that. I believe you just experienced my frustration. No, it's fine. Look, I get it. I just, I don't know, usually when I read things, like, because I don't generally read shit out loud, like, my brain just, like, understands it and, like, turns it into whatever it is that I need to understand, right? But as soon as I have to say something out loud, it has to then pass through, like, thought and sound and stuff like that, and I often lose a bit in translation in myself. And, yeah, I'll end up with, like, the worst kind of, like, I don't know, output of a conversation that way. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, I don't know. Chuck all that in there. And I still have a lot of chrysanthemums left. I'm just gonna chuck them up in here. My potato seed, my cotton seed, all that should be fine. Yeah, I don't know. Usually when I come across a word, it's not so much frustration. It's normally just like, why would you use that to explain it? And it's almost like, sometimes I kind of feel like there's some explanations out there that really just feel like they're lording the information over people that aren't going to understand it anyway by, like, going too technical with it in the first place. I used to find that in computers. Like, if I try, I can kind of generally explain down what something is and how it works and stuff like that, but I can't do it as well as some of my old co-workers could. Like, the way that they would explain something, it didn't matter if you understood a computer or not. Like, they just could explain it so well. And I just don't have that kind of thing. Let me chuck that in there for the moment. So the other thing I also want to do is I want to get better tools, like higher quality tools, like a proper steel pickaxe and stuff. And I also got a level 2, I'm pretty sure. I must have got a level a while ago. Okay, so I'm making some food. I'm not making ammo. I'm making bullet casings upstairs, but I can't do anything with that yet. As soon as I can, let's see if I can make bullet tips, because I think I'm going to be out on those. I need more lead to go in here. At the moment, I'm getting all the brass I could possibly ever need, but, yeah, we'll have to wait a bit. Actually, give me the 3. Let's top both of those up. Alright, leave that doing what it's doing. I was supposed to be also smelting down some concrete to cement in this thing, but bullets honestly are a little bit more important. I could do cement later. Honestly, if I had a second one of those, it would be great, but I don't. So I'm going to get paint soon. I have paint now. So I could walk around with my paintbrush just quickly. This is like completely non-important, but I just want to get this like cleaned up so I can see shit. Like, I don't care if it's like bum white in here or whatever. Concrete walls, plaster. Plaster's probably fine. Do I own a pencil sharpener? Yeah, I own several. I've got all kinds of drawing kits. Because obviously, like, before I ever had tablets and stuff, I used to always draw just on paper and stuff. I don't really want, like, I don't think I want that. Yeah, I've got a few. I've got, like, variations of, like, metal ones. I've got ones that are self-enclosed. I've got, what do you call it, like, plastic ones. I also have makeup ones as well, and all sorts of stuff. But, yeah, I tend to find there's like a couple of pencil sharpeners that work a lot better than others, and I take very good care of them because I can't be fucked dealing with, I'm honestly going to paint this white. I can't be fucked with it being like, you know, not working or it breaks it and shit. Hold on, wrong button. There we go. Whoa, shit, that's shiny. That is not what I want. Let's try the... I really want Adobe White because I think that's what this fucking wall is. It's either that or it's plaster or something. I could do reinforced concrete. It would look terrible in here, but it would look like I'm doing some shit. Let's just try this. Hold on. That must be Adobe Cream, if that's it, or Peach or whatever it is. I can't draw using a pencil because sharpening it is annoying. I get really persistent with sharpening pencils. Adobe Peach is what I think it is. So I like using like really pristinely sharp pencils preferably. And then I tend to... That's terrible. I tend to, like, use them until they're, like, pretty blunt. Depends what I'm drawing, though. If I need something that has, like, sharp lines the whole way through, I'll keep sharpening it as I go through the place. Or, like, as I keep drawing and stuff. But, like, if I don't... Yeah, that's okay. That'll do. If... Oh, this is going to keep going everywhere. Hold on. Paint surface. Yeah, do that. There we go. Yeah, so when it comes down to, like, sharpening stuff, like, sometimes I'll stop and I will make sure that I have, like, whatever it may be that I need to, like, keep the pencil as sharp as I need, or depending on if I'm doing a drawing where it's more, like, softened, I might not necessarily, what do you call it, like, sharpen it for a bit. But generally I do. I don't think I could get into that corner. I normally just keep it nice and sharp the whole way, because that way I get clean drawings. The only problem is when I go to, when I go to erase a line, if it's really, really sharp, the only problem I've got then is that it is kind of indented in the page a little bit, and that can be problematic, because obviously you can still see the line where it was regardless. But then again, I also press down heavy anyway when I draw, so it's kind of like a small issue I have anyway. Kind of need this whole place to go painted. So the reason why I'm painting this place instead of, like, I don't know, upgrading it to stuff first, is I want to be able to see where this building is damaged, because I need to be able to see from now on, now that I've got, like, the fucking structure that I do upstairs, with all of the... I can't paint that for some reason. Oh, that's right, because those are little panels, that's right. So now that I've got, like, a fuck ton of planter boxes upstairs, I need to be able to see when they're doing damage in here. I don't really want that to have paint on it. I can't remove it. It's fine. So yeah, that way I can actually see when I need to repair something. And previously, what I had... Oh, this is terrible. I hate the white on the floor, but this is fine. I can see what I'm doing. So now when I walk around here, I can see if my wall is absolutely fucked up or not. Whereas before, it always looked a little bit fucked up. And I don't really want it to look like this forever, but I'll play with colors and shit later. Right now, for now, this will at least, like, let me be able to see the inside of my house. We'll consider this as, like, the primer paint, like, before we actually paint the place. Be great. Like, there's a spot that's damaged. Like, I wouldn't have been able to see that previously. Also, at some point, I will run out of paint too. But yeah, this is, like, over here is damaged in that corner. It's way damaged. I'm just doing this so I can see where, like, there's a spot of damage there. Eventually, I'll change this to something better, and it'll do good. Don't remind me, I also have to paint today. Yes, painting. I absolutely hate painting. Like, it just sounds like something slopping. Like, anybody that's got, like, noise sensitivity and stuff, and you hear, like, an animal, like, licking itself, painting's like that, except you're the one making the noise kind of thing. I'm, like, not a big fan. But there's also the smell of paint then afterwards, obviously. You get the, whatever room or house or whatever. I just find it boring. I mean, you can make it a little bit more interesting by, like, listening to some music and stuff, or listening to a radio and whatever. Like, that can make it a little bit more interesting. Sorry. I also don't know how we got this trim through this house, but I think I unpainted it in the other room. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I guess, like, we used to just listen to music, used to put a radio on and just go. Sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. But apart from that, yeah, painting is generally kind of boring. It's just a lot of repetitive tasks, different walls, same thing. You could do it faster though, depending on what kind of equipment you've got. Like, if you've only got paintbrushes like this, then yeah, it's so laborious and takes forever and stuff. But, like, if you got a roller and stuff, that shit can get kind of fun. You can get a bit creative with that stuff. Also say spray painting is fun. Spray painting is pretty fun. Obviously, you gotta have, like, proper, what do you call it, respirator gear shit for that.
There's radio over here. We only have like 6 channels and they're all playing Christmas music 24/7. Oh my god. Yeah, no. I'd be kind of okay with that though for Christmas music. But like, as far as like other music and stuff, like yeah, I'd probably put on my own music and listen to it, honestly. I'm gonna go downstairs and paint down there. I'm pretty sure I've got plenty of paint. I'll just take a little bit more, just in case. Like, I don't want it to be all white, but right now it's gonna be white. I gotta cut through here. Also, being down on the ground floor is likely to attract shit. It's also gonna make it really hard to tell. Oh shit, there's stuff outside. It's gonna make it very hard for me to tell what material is what down here. But this is fine. I should be able to see where the damage is. I'll wait to see if they get in. They sound like they're just breaking rocks and shit at the moment. So it should be fine. I should be able to reach pretty far too from here. This is the same 3 songs. What, same 3 Christmas songs over and over? That's pretty normal. That's generally what happens around Christmas times. So you just get the same kind of stuff over and over again. Like, I haven't listened to the radio at all this month or 4 months. So, yeah, I haven't really heard anything. Like, I would hear stuff if I probably switched it on. Like, the only time I used to get the radio was when I was in my car. And I had my car adapted to have my phone going through aux cable so that I could listen to my own music on it. So I used to have like YouTube and shit playlists playing on it, but of course it became pretty illegal in Australia to be able to drive around and touch your phone or stuff like that. So then I had to basically like obtain all the fucking music and then put it into a playlist and then put it on my phone, and so then I could listen to it. Mind you, I also have like a fuck ton of CDs. Nick's car has a fuck ton of CDs too, so they're always nice to listen to. It's like water torture, but for your ears. Yeah. It's called psychological torture when you succumb somebody to either repetitive song, sound, or conditions over and over and over again without reprieve. So yeah, basically you're getting psychologically tortured by your local radio stations. That's what it sounds like to me. Yeah. Like, I don't recommend looking that one up, but yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do psychological torture, honestly. Like I said, I did not want this to all be like fucking pristine white, but I am getting to be able to see what is damaged, and I'll have to come down here with some cobblestone and some cement and just find out what is. I'm gonna have to find out what is and what isn't. Certain types of materials so I can repair it. But yeah, at least for now, I can see inside my building. You can see where all the damage is. This is why I wanted to pick a very standard color. Like, I should probably also get rid of this rug, but honestly, it's giving like this room a liquor color. So I'm not mad about it. Also, I saw that I could remove... Whoa, shit. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. It should be fine. It should be all back. You can always color it later. That's what I plan to do. I plan to like come down here after I repaired and upgraded everything. Because like I keep saying, I want to move my base. I do want to eventually like build my own like standalone building like I normally would, right? But like this place is doing fine for now. And all I need to do is just make sure that I can see where damage is and repair it and upgrade it and stuff, because it's holding out just fine. As far as a building goes, this place is doing pretty good. I don't know how... There we go. Yeah, it's doing all right. You know, I'm not mad about this place at all. It's been a very, very good building for me, where I haven't had to really do anything, and most of it is secure, you know? So... yeah, if it can just continue to be a good building for me for a little while longer and I can repair it and stuff, that'll be fine. It wakes up from